An Asian military bloc that once humiliated the United States on the battlefield is now signaling it stands ready to back Iran, dramatically raising the stakes for Washington in the Middle East. After feeling betrayed by key Arab partners who quietly hedged or refused to fully align with Washington's plans, the Pentagon is now staring at a fresh strategic shock from the East. The legacy of America's longest war is coming back to haunt US forces in the region, as old battle lessons, scars, and rivalries resurface just when Washington hoped to avoid another major conflict in the Middle East. Amid growing fears of a possible US attack, Iran's support base now appears to be widening beyond its traditional network of regional proxies, drawing in new voices and actors. After loud rhetorical backing from several of Washington's own Arab allies, Iran has now received an unexpected show of support from Afghanistan's rulers, adding a fresh layer to the regional equation. On February 15th, Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid said that his movement is prepared to come to Tehran's aid if Iran comes under American attack, according to Israeli daily The Jerusalem Post. Speaking to Radio Iran, Mujahid said that Afghanistan's Taliban authorities would assist Iran if the United States launched strikes, signaling political solidarity with Tehran. However, Mujahid stressed that this would not automatically mean the Taliban would formally enter the war or commit to full-scale military intervention. Instead, he said Afghans would show sympathy and be ready to cooperate with Tehran if Iran requested support, hinting at logistical or political backing rather than an immediate battlefield deployment. Mujahid also underlined that the Taliban leadership prefers diplomacy over escalation and does not want to see a broader regional conflict erupt. At the same time, he claimed that Iran had won the 12-day war against the United States and Israel in June 2025 and insisted that Tehran would win again if attacked in the future. Notably, the Taliban themselves emerged as victors at the end of America's longest war, a nearly 20-year conflict that ended with US defeat on the ground. US forces withdrew from Afghanistan in 2021, as the Taliban toppled the Western-backed government in Kabul and reclaimed power, reshaping the balance of power in the region. Despite deep sectarian divides, Iran and Taliban-ruled Afghanistan are now cautiously navigating a recalibrated relationship that looks very different from their past hostility. The core of their rivalry lies in Shia-majority Iran confronting a hardline Sunni Taliban movement whose ideology and past actions often clashed sharply with Tehran's interests. However, since the Taliban's return to power in August 2021, pragmatic coordination has increasingly replaced open confrontation, as both sides prioritize shared security and economic concerns. In January 2025, Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi hosted senior Iranian diplomat Abbas Araghchi in Kabul for high-level strategic consultations, underscoring this new phase of engagement. Amid renewed US threats of war, Washington's own Arab partners now appear to be edging toward Iran's side, or at least refusing to be used as launchpads for another conflict in the region. Several key Arab allies of the United States have quietly signaled that they will not allow American forces to carry out strikes on Iran from their territory, drawing a red line against being dragged into direct hostilities. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates issued this vow only after Tehran warned that any facilitation of US attacks would expose their soil to devastating retaliation. Iran has made it clear that if it is attacked, US embassies and military bases across Arab countries hosting American forces will be prime targets in a wider regional war.